Hey listeners, hey interweb. This is Dose Lexic guys. My name is Pranav and we have Kailash.
Hey.
Enthusiasm as always, Kailash. And we have a special guest, Anushruti Saha.
Hello.
Anu. That's Anu.
Yes.
And Anu, can you give us a few lines about who you are, what you do, and how does lockdowns directly affected you?
Okay. I'm a potato. I'm a pug, a friendly one.
Yes, we created her using alchemy.
Yes. And I am a makeup artist. And I am a vocalist. And I'm currently the front woman of India's first cosplay band called the Daisuki Cosplay Band.
First, therefore best. Right?
Yes, first. First and the best. Yes, which is...
front woman of the first cosplay band, sort of only front person.
Yes.
Of the only cosplay band.
No, technically, I mean, like, I'm a co-founder if you're looking at it from a business point of view.
Right. Ooh.
Everyone only talks about Steve Jobs. Nobody cares about the Woz. I said that while you're recording on a Mac. That's okay.
Very nice. Yeah. At least we are not using two Macs at the moment. That's fine.
Just to reiterate,
yes.
She is the talented vocalist behind Daisuki, co-founder.
Daisuki,
right?
Daisuki.
Sorry. Daisuki.
Like, say it with a little more kawaii in you. Like, Daisuki.
Imagine somebody kicked you in a...
Daisuki.
There you
I can't... my voice can't... Okay. Anyways, yes. She's the front woman and co-founder of Daisuki. And also... like she said, aspiring makeup artist and also a cosplay enthusiast.
Yes.
And all-round Renaissance woman. It's
fine. If you want me to do this, I'll do this. Sorry, guys, I should have spoken of you. So she's what? She's a cook. She's a drummer. She's a singer. She can dance. She had a baking page at one point.
Yeah.
She was running at one point India's largest Facebook online anime community.
Yeah.
She has done multiple flash
Can we
mobs.
not do inside jokes?
It's very hard for me not to like.
I was scared for a second when you said running because I was like, I never ran. What is he talking about? Oh, running a page. Yes. I was doing that. Yes.
For those 5 minutes of fame.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this will be more derailment than anything else. But okay, it's okay. We'll figure it out. So, how has this lockdown directly affected you?
Well, I decided to recently switch my career, like right at the beginning of the year. So basically last year, I was still working at the Academy, which is one of the leading music schools in Bangalore. And I decided to quit that and I decided to start my makeup journey because that is what I have always wanted to do. And I switched from music to makeup fully. And I joined a makeup school called the Scandinavian Makeup Academy. But that shut down.
Okay. Wow.
So, well, I can't do anything right now other than,
It's shut down?
Yeah, it's shut down. I mean, there are no classes happening. There are no online classes, nothing.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Because, I mean, if not everyone has like really HD cameras to pick up the makeup that the faculty is doing and for us to like, make sense of it while looking at it. So that's gone.
Right.
And apart from that, I was, gigging around with Daisuki and because of this, no gigs. So in total, we were supposed to have 5 gigs right at the beginning of this year. And we were really happy because as an upcoming band, you don't really get gigs. Okay? You have to beg venues to be like, please just give us a slot. Sometimes you just get a slot in like an open mic or something. But we ended up getting 5 gigs at least, out of which we played 3. And the last one was right before the shutdown. That was on the 13th of March at Rasta Cafe. And because it was right before the lockdown and the pandemic had just started picking up, we had very less people coming in for it. We had a total of 17 people coming in for it. That's it. And 2 of our biggest shows that we had booked, for which we actually even got paid, got cancelled.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, which was the Manga Planet Cosplay Walk 2020 and IGX, which was in Mumbai. So both of those got cancelled, which sucks.
Yeah.
And now I'm stuck without a
Mumbai's
job. There's no constant income, and I'm stuck with like basic makeup products and not much. Okay, so life kind of just stopped, but I'm still enjoying it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how is that like? I mean, like, how is that like? I was about to break into a rap about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, please go ahead.
How was that like?
How's what like?
This is a story about how my life got turned upside down. No, I can't do it right now. Anyways, yeah, how's your...
Cool.
How is
break
that like?
copyright for now. It's cool. Break it. Break it.
Is it copyrighted?
Break into pieces.
Yeah,
You just
it is,
broke
it is.
copyright because you did a cover of a thing. Do it for 20 seconds and you can break it. You're done.
6 seconds is the rule, right?
Yeah. 20.
I
think.
can last that
I
long.
mean, but there's no background music. He's singing. You don't know whether he's actually on pitch or no. If it's not
Still
on
a
the
cover.
same pitch, you're fine.
Yeah.
Right? Haha.
No, but like, it's a bad cover, Anu. It's still just a cover, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a bad cover, yeah. Can't do anything about that. Yeah.
A bad cover from someone... Yes, I was about... Yeah, bad cover.
From someone.
And this is coming... Someone who's... Yeah, an expert is telling me it's a bad cover.
Yeah.
Oh, not me. Yeah, Anu is.
I agree
She's telling
to
you
it.
it's a bad.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
she's
agree.
a Simon Cowell of this American Idol pitch.
Yeah, so you were saying that it's just that the college can't manage the HD cameras to
Do the classes, yeah.
So how subtle of an effect are we looking for? Because again, explain to us like we are 5, we don't know anything about makeup.
All right. First of all, you need like a certain amount of products for it. You also need your tools for it and a camera to at least pick up whatever you're doing. Because sometimes whatever colors you're actually using in real life might not translate the same into a picture. So, especially if you have a really bad camera and really bad lighting on top of that, say you're using a pink, it'll just show up as a red. And it can just change the entire look altogether. So, if you can't see the colors right, if you can't see what products are being used, if you can't feel the products itself, there is really no point to this, okay? Because there are a lot of different kinds of products, and if you don't really understand how to use them and how it sits on different kinds of skin, the layers that sits well together, the layers that don't sit well together, and all of this you can't really, learn online. Okay, that's why, like, learning makeup on YouTube is kind of shit. That's not makeup. That's not how the industry works. Okay, you need to have your product knowledge. You need to have all your diseases knowledge, all the allergen knowledge, all the chemicals that are inside the entire makeup itself. Because you never know which chemical can trigger a person and which can even be related to some sort of medication they are taking.
Oh my God, titanium dioxide.
Yeah, then what do you do? And there's stuff that just like, stains you for the rest of your life sort of thing. Okay, there are particular colors that if you use, it's going to stain your skin.
Damn, that's
okay, and if you just learn that off of makeup.
Oh, wow.
If you just learn that off of YouTube, you don't know that it actually stains someone because on YouTube, you don't see what's going on behind the scenes. Right? And if you use that on a client.
You could end up like
you could
end up
just
like an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, you could end up like looking like an orangutan for an entire week. And then what do you do? So, I mean, learning this through YouTube or just like even trying out online classes is not gonna make sense unless you get a touch and feel of everything in it.
How do these makeup artists or special... I've seen a few clips of some makeup artists on YouTube who show incredible designs and work that they can do. How are they able to pull it off? Is it the fact that they're using cameras to mask a lot of what's happening?
Yes, of course. They're using cameras to mask a lot of it. And especially if you're talking about just the pictures, and especially the pictures that you see on Instagram. Okay, a lot of it is really, really Photoshopped.
Yeah.
Like, you can't achieve that on normal skin. A human is not like that. Human has flaws.
What?
And you can't cover everything with makeup, okay? You have pores on your skin. No matter how many layers you pack on, you can't cover all the pores. They're not gonna go. They exist. Okay? And on Instagram, you just see like, clear skin. It looks like paper because it's so smooth.
And some would argue that you want to see the pores to make sure that you're looking at a human being. Right?
Yeah, exactly. But then again, like if you change the
Like, we don't want to be looking at a.
but if you decide to change the shape of your face itself on Photoshop, and then you can just Photoshop some pores on it too and be like, yeah, it's makeup. It's very natural looking makeup, but all of it is just Photoshopped. It's completely Photoshopped. No work has been done on it at all.
It's quite interesting because I know a lot of friends of mine who learn makeup. They just go online. Oh, wing tips. Oh, this we do here. That we do here. This color fits me here. That's why we do this.
And she makes an excellent point. Like most, if only like fluorescent, CFL and LED lights are very weak in the red part of the spectrum. So usually if you show up pink or something, it will show up as a red because there's not a lot of wideband red in the lights.
Yeah, so the best way to even like see any of these colors is in natural lighting. And at the academy that I go to, we have specific lighting. We have a star light. We also have a ring light that has a setting specifically as daylight. It's the same temperature as daylight, so that you can see all the colors in its true form.
And
those
lights are very expensive.
Exactly. They're easily, they go up to like 1 lakh or 2 easily.
Lights?
Yeah, just lights. Yeah.
I was thinking
it costs $100 for a 100-watt light bulb, just the emitter, not anything else, not all the machine, just the LED itself, and you can't do anything with that.
Yeah, like the smallest light that we have at the academy probably costs $800.
Wow. Yeah, that's because the whole thing and it's integrated system.
Yeah, exactly. And the temperature control on it is like insane. So
nice.
Yeah.
Damn. So as you know, unfortunately, where other people have classes, you are in a position and an industry where it is of no value of having a class. Because you can't see what the guy is doing or the instructor is doing.
Yeah, but I mean, for some people, it can be useful if you're like, trying to get into just the basics of it. And say you're just learning how to apply like a foundation or something. It's just the first layer of makeup. Okay, so that you can see, but at the same time, you can't see how well it is blended. Okay, this is like going like too deep. Okay.
No, that's okay. No, that's fine.
We're metrosexual. We'll learn.
Yeah. So basically, if you can't really see how well it is blended or how exactly it's sitting on your skin, it still doesn't make sense. On YouTube, it's just like, oh, use this product because this brand is fancy, or use this product because this brand is fancy. You don't really need brands. You just need to understand the chemistry behind the products and what kind of skin your client has, what kind of allergies they have, what are the medications they are currently on, and based on that, you can pick whatever products to use on them.
What medicines? I would not have expected that. What medicines are they on?
Exactly. You need to know, because they might just react badly to something, because when you're doing makeup, you're technically inhaling it at the same time, right? Because I'm going right under your nose and applying products. So it's going in. When you have lipstick on and you're eating it. So you kind of need to know what's there.
Taking the skin type and all of that and allergens into consideration reminds me of the Bond girl that they painted gold in Goldfinger. I think, which one is the golden eye? One of them, right? Goldfinger. They painted completely gold, and they had to make sure that she didn't have an allergic reaction to the paint or whatever they did, like the body paint, because they were painting her whole skin. So if you had
Surely eaten Goldfinger.
And the moment you see anything shiny in makeup, you have to know that it has mica. Okay, and synthetic mica just doesn't have the same effect as actual mica, and mica can have adverse effects.
On your lungs, for sure. There's fucking lungs are linguini after that.
Yeah. So, and because I know this very well, because I have this this pigment palette. Okay, it basically comes with 24 pigments, and they're all glitter shades. So everything has mica in it. And every single time I use those products, I do get dizzy for at least an hour or two after that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
You should use a corona mask for that, for sure.
Yeah, but then how do I apply the makeup on myself?
Okay.
So does health come first or does creativity come first? You don't know.
No, not for an artist.
We all sacrifice for our muse.
Yeah.
A true artist sacrifice and stuff. By the way, how's a high when you like get like head spin? Is it like a head rush or like opening a paint in, or like drugs will be cheaper?
Drugs would be cheaper.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of this will be cut because like we run a tight ship. Anyways,
Sure. I'm keeping the part about mica causing lungs to be cut up. It's interesting and it's important.
yeah, the linguini, absolutely.
Yes.
Anu, let's go into your band and then we'll go back into what's going on. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So whenever you want to give a plug for your band, you're most welcome. This is your space.
Anytime, ask me questions, I answer.
Cool. So what do you think of right now? We're in lockdown, and I've been noticing a lot of musicians I follow, a lot of bands I like have been constantly putting out live music either on Instagram or some platform like YouTube. What do you think of the implosion of the live music scene? Do you think AR and VR is going to be used in the future to promote music, or like Ready Player One? Or do you think because of this virus, because of this pandemic, that in the future people will not be very likely to come for live shows and you'll have to switch to a digital medium?
Honestly, no. I think like all these people doing the live gigs on Facebook and YouTube and wherever you see them, okay, I think it's a joke. Okay, you can't recreate the same feeling that you get watching a band live in a concert, like on social media and stuff. It's not the same thing. It's just so stupid. Like think about it. It's a DJ like standing in his balcony and like just pushing some stuff, and you're just sitting there on your bed, probably naked, watching it like, cool. But you wouldn't do that like when you go for an actual concert, right? You'll be like, hallelujah, yeah. Okay. But at home, you're just sitting naked and watching it. So it just doesn't give you the feel.
Naked, looped up and crying. That's
Yes.
me.
Yes.
With a little bag of mica powder on the side to keep you going.
Exactly. Just to keep the edge, take the edge off. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with this lockdown, you don't really have any access to any alcohol or anything else. So mica it is. Makeup products. Those of you who have it out there, please sniff it right now.
Yeah, smoke him if you got him, folks. Mica,
Yeah.
Mica, do that, Mica.
Yes. Live music on.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
So thank you. So do you think that now that social media is clearly proving to be an invaluable tool for any enterprise or any band or any work, what do you think is you think in the future we're gonna have social people always used to talk about social media is the future, and now we're clearly in a situation where that's being proven. Do you think the future is going to be a pulse of that, or it's going to continue in a very similar way?
I mean, you never know where this lockdown is really going. You can't really say that, after May 3rd, everything's going to be open again and live gigs will start. It's not going to happen, at least, I think, till the end of the year or even next year. Who knows? So I think till then it will be social media, but I'm pretty sure the moment live gigs start, people are just going to get out of their houses and run for the first live gig that they see. Because it's just not the same thing. And half the time, it's just like terrible quality and there's lag and it's just not the same. And there are not so many viewers on it either. You maximum get maybe 100 or something viewers for bands that would have like thousands of people coming in for their gigs, right? And because it's just not the same. So I really don't think like online gigs and all of this is going to continue after the lockdown. I think the moment the real thing comes up, it's going to shut down.
Do you also think that, because I was noticing initially when these live gigs were popping up, people were quite interested, and as it got very common, almost every day someone was putting out a live gig. Friday, Saturday, Sunday was almost some webinar, some live gig. Do you think people are hitting a point where they're so saturated with this, they just don't want to see it anymore?
That is also possible.
And the joy of it is out?
Yeah, because every time even I open Instagram, I see at least like 15 musicians on there putting up a live. Okay, unless it's some informational video, like there's this person who did an entire live on, music production. So it was just like a 3-hour long music production class. That was interesting to see. But he didn't just pick up his guitar and be like, okay, cool guys, I'm going to do a live show. It doesn't work. Okay. If you're giving some information that you can actually pick up on, that you can actually use in your life later on, it makes sense to watch a live like that. But if you just hear a song in really bad quality, you're just going to hate it more and it's going to get saturated eventually.
Yeah. So now that you are clearly separate from your band members in a time of quiet, time where you can't interact with them, are you being able to be productive as a band? Are you able to be creative? What's going on there?
We are, because right now everyone has a shit ton of time on their hands. Nothing to do, right? You don't have to go out, and the people who are also like in the teaching industry itself, they don't really have classes like how they used to earlier. They used to have like 8 to 9 hours of classes earlier, but now that's not there. Because first of all, it's difficult to teach music online. Okay, for example, especially if you're teaching an instrument like the drums or something, because you are going to be really loud, your student's going to be really loud, and you don't know how the neighbors are going to respond to that. You don't know whether your student is even going to have a drum kit. And if the student doesn't have a drum kit, it doesn't make sense. Okay, I don't think a student is going to sit in front of you for an hour and just listen to you talk about a drum kit. It's not going to make sense. So because of that, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we can hear you. For a second, you just went dead.
Oh, okay. So basically, because of that, there are not so many classes happening. So a lot of people have more time, especially in the band itself. Like all of the guys, our Basi Shrey, he works at like a factory job and all of that. So the entire factory is shut. So there's nothing to manage there. That's gone. There are other two people, are other guitarist Donnie and the drummer Shogoto. They also have a maximum of 15 to 20 students in a week. And that's also really spread out. So they also have a lot of time. And I don't even have anything. I don't have a job. I don't have anything to do. So I have a ton of time. And so basically we're just, trying to cover songs, in recording our parts individually, sending it to each other, adding more layers to it, and see how we can put something together, and even trying to write new material. This is all the time that you will get for it, and the moment studios open, we go in and record. That's it. So yes, awesome. It's given more time to creativity, definitely. But yeah, it's a different thing again, jamming together, sitting in a jam room. And just for 2 hours, just staring at each other and trying to learn the song and be like, hey, you didn't do that part. I knew you're not going to learn that song and come with it. So, well, that's not there, but I still miss it.
It's a very interesting time.
Yep.
Opposite is happening where, now you have all the time in the world yet till things don't get done. When you didn't have time in the world, things were getting done.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because back then, before the entire quarantine thing, everyone would just complain like, oh dude, I don't have time for this. Oh dude, I don't have time for this. But you still used to get shit done. And now that you have so much time, you don't know what to do with it.
You were saying something, Kai?
No, I was just saying that this is their chance for their Sgt. Pepper. I mean, they can come up conceptually with the album and just go record it and come back. It's like,
that's high praise.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of bands like taking this time and actually, releasing more stuff. Like releasing an album, releasing an EP, releasing their single, because everyone's on social media.
Yeah.
So, might as well release it at the time when everyone has their attention on you. So, that way, I guess social media works.
Yeah, so segueing into another question. So, like you touched on social media. So, what do you think about the power of social media in the creative fields that you're in? Like, you said that like some of course, like Instagram or something like that, the quality of the photography isn't usually up there, or it's manipulated so much that the makeup doesn't matter anymore to a point. So, but what do you think those two, like social media does for like both the music industry and makeup and cosplay, like all these artistic endeavors, What is it?
Visually artistic, visually and auditory artistic endeavors.
Yeah. So I think the pros of this is that you can draw a lot of inspiration out of a lot of things. Okay, you
Okay.
have people being creative all around you, and which kind of forces you also to try and do something with the time and not just sit on your ass. Okay,
Yeah.
I see a lot of cosplayers doing a lot of cos tests, and that kind of pushes me like, hey, let's do a collab with them. Let's try and put some more content out at least. Okay, and recently I've been
Yeah.
trying and looking at more makeup artists and drawing more inspiration from them, trying to recreate
Nice.
those exact looks. And
Right.
so, and it's not just from other makeup artists. I've been following a particular tattoo artist as well, who's also an illustrator, and her work is very interesting. And it's very interesting to create it with makeup because you have a lot of like straight lines and geometric figures that don't particularly, sit well on the curves of a face. And to just like, try and
Okay.
recreate that, it's a lot of fun. So you definitely get a lot of inspiration. Okay, and a lot of people also sit and because they don't have anything else to do, so they're just sitting and looking at your stuff and they're appreciating it also. So you get the appreciation also and the validation that you would probably need to move forward. So that's fine. Yeah.
Fair enough. But do you think I mean, there is there is a propensity for the like the dilution of celebrity. You get what I mean? Like you were saying with the live performances. Even some people who have thousands of people who would come to their live gig, now they're just like any other person performing online. They're like, why would anyone want to see that, right? Like, so there's kind of a bringing down of the status of celebrity, which is good in a way because it proves that they're human too. So they're not like on some sky, like they're not this unreachable goal or something that a different class of people or something like that.
They
Especially
just
in a country like India where we kind of like idolize
celebrities.
Celebrity, yeah.
So right now it just like seems like all those celebrities are also kind of human.
Yeah.
Like recently someone shared a Reddit post where it was like Kylie Jenner came out of her house during quarantine for a snack outing or something, and she didn't have any makeup on. It was just like all the fillers and stuff out there.
Yeah.
So you look at them as humans, just with more plastic surgery than normal humans.
And I just realized something that anytime you go, at least from someone who regularly goes for events and gigs as a customer attendee, what I realize is there's an excitement behind it.
Exactly.
It's more likely you'll buy a ticket maybe a couple days in advance. Even on that day, maybe just walk in. There's a entire process of walking up those stairs, going through the checks, entering and seeing this massive stage in front of you, full or not, playing or empty. It's a mesmerizing feeling where you're no longer in your own 9 to 5 mundane world. You're transported somewhere else, and through lives that does not happen.
Yeah, exactly. For those couple of hours that you are at a concert and you watch that your favorite band is on stage and they are playing the same stuff that you listen to at home or while you're driving on stage and that entire energy from the band itself just translates to the audience. Okay, especially as an attendee, you can feel the energy from the band, but when you're watching it live, it's just not the same. You can put together like a virtual concert or whatever, but it'll never be the same.
Yeah. I can see a video of Woodstock, but I'll never know how it's like bashing to people and diving into each other in Woodstock.
Yeah, exactly. Like for example, some of the concerts that I've gone to, one of them, I think my most favorite concert that I've gone to is the Carnival concert that happened at IIT Chennai. Yeah, that was a very good concert. Yes, and we were planning for it for months. We booked our tickets, we booked our bus tickets, our stay, and the entire thing was a whole package. And just for one concert that lasted 3 hours?
Yeah.
That's it. But all of that preparation was done for it, and you were looking forward to something. And with all of those lives, there's nothing. You're just like, oh, okay, cool. The concert's gonna start at 8 o'clock. Great, cool. I'll just look at my phone at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and the fact that
which I was anyway staring at for the past half an hour. So there's no anticipation for anything good anymore.
Yeah, and at any point I can just turn off the live, go like eat some food, come back, and it's still there. I can disconnect at any given time. And in a concert, I can't do that. I can't just say, okay, I mean, you can. You wouldn't want to.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're feeding off the energy over there from the rest of the crowd around you, the band and
Yeah.
everything. And
Yeah.
over here, you're just kind of sitting in your boxers and looking at it like, oh, cool. That's it. Done.
Seems like when gigs start happening again, it'll be a huge wave of gigs and it'll take a while to level out as it used to.
It will
Seems like a
definitely be,
great.
yes.
So, Anu, considering you're in a brand new industry, do you think that with light of social distancing, maybe there's a stigma of people, too many people being around you, and as a makeup artist, you'll have to interact with a client and make them look as you want? How do you think that? How do you think that? How do you think that your this new industry will function in terms of new with the stigma and all of? Wait, let me try that again. Kind of lost my train of thought. Yeah, let me just read it out. This is why I have a screenwriter for me. Are you worried for your industry with the light of coronaviruses or events being restricted? Like marriages might not happen, shoots might not be as open, or any conceptual idea or any kind of shoot might not happen with so many people nearby. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think makeup will change in a way that you'll have to do it from some distance, or maybe with with like gloves and a mask?
I mean, this is like kind of short to medium term, because the way we see it, and like I think you've echoed the sentiment as well, the lockdown's going to lift kind of piecemeal. It's not going to be at one shot, so it's going to be slowly. We kind of slowly get our way out of this.
Yeah. But then always be those people, like I know people personally who the second they found out they might be a disease, before it was anything as big as it was, they already locked themselves and prepared. They're always going to be those the survival bunker heads. So what do you think that's going to be like?
They're not paranoid if they're right. So
Yeah,
Hey,
but
paranoia is fine.
so the thing is with the makeup industry, I think it will take a little more time than other industries to open up, because first of all, makeup involves being really close to a person, right? And you don't know whether the other person has the virus, even if you're wearing the mask, even if you're wearing a mask and doing the makeup, whatever. But still, it involves you staying really close to another person and for a prolonged period of time. It's not like it gets over in half an hour or something. It takes a while to get a look done, and especially if it's like a concept shoot, it can take hours and hours. Okay, to even apply the makeup. And sometimes I am not sure how comfortable the clients would be coming back to this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, makeup technically comes under the entertainment industry, and I mean, how long can people go without entertainment, right?
Yeah.
So the entertainment industry will open up again. They will have to shoot more shows. They will start, printing out more magazines again. Okay, so that's never going to stop. So I think the industry will pick up, but it will take quite a bit of time.
Do you think that there's any new concept, for example, how lives are quite interesting now for bands? Do you think anything new is going to happen in the industry that might be a bridge over this little pitfall?
I'm not quite sure, honestly. I don't think so. I don't see, like, I've been talking to a lot of my faculty about all of this as well. Like, what do you think is going to happen? And no one really knows. Even the faculty is, they're also not sure, because they haven't gone through anything like this before. If you have, then you can, predict, like, sure, we can just fix this. Yeah, once this goes back, this will happen. But something like this, when it hits you, it's kind of difficult to come back from it. So
that's interesting. Cool. So how is your daily behavior change? Your diet, your media consumption? Are you watching way more anime than usual? How is your day to day? Considering you're not going to school, you don't have your job, you're in a free space.
Yeah, I mean, everything's kind of changed. My sleep cycle to begin with. Okay, I sleep at 4 o'clock, I wake up at 12 o'clock. So I don't have a morning anymore. But I used to enjoy mornings.
Wait. Whoa.
Yeah.
I thought you sleep at 4 in the evening and get up at 12 at night. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool.
No, that would have been cool. But no, it's 4 in the morning and waking up at 12 in the afternoon. So I don't have a morning anymore, okay? I can't go and throw the garbage out because I'm sleeping. Okay. So that's there. But then if you talk about diet, I think it's improved a lot, because I'm not eating so much junk. Because I don't have so much money. I have to save whatever I have left. And so I'm cooking a lot more at home. And it's actually fun. So yeah, eating healthier. But apart from that, yeah, not really going out
Yeah.
much. Just maximum going to the roof and coming back. And I actually took the car out for a drive day before yesterday and
How was that?
yesterday and today. I forgot how to drive. I just felt.
Hey, you can't hit anybody.
I just felt like
You can't run over anybody.
Yeah, I just felt like I'm gonna run over every single person I see on the road. But luckily, I didn't.
You think I'm making fun of you right now? I felt the exact same thing. I sat in my car, I just had to reverse it, and I went almost straight into my own bike. And I realized, okay, how do I do this again?
Exactly.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just really weird. Yeah.
Okay, next question. How do you think your life has changed after this lockdown and the world at large? Maybe in a year or so, do you think this is going to be something you remember and your behavior will permanently change? You'll be a brand new human being? Or do you think like things will go back to normal? Or something in between?
Okay, so actually, I've been watching this really weird Korean drama, okay? It's called Hi Bye Mama. Yeah, so it's a very weird Korean drama where basically this chick dies and 5 years later she comes back
Intense.
for 49 days. Exactly. Not one less day, not one more day. It's just 49 days that she comes back for. And if she comes back and takes back her life, gets back into her life, like basically get back with her husband and get back to her kid and whatnot, she gets to stay. If not, she has to go back up to heaven, okay? So that anyways kind of taught me to, look at this just one day at a time. There's no point in really worrying about like, oh, what's going to happen in the next year or what's going to happen in the next 2 years after this pandemic. I think it's easier to just take it one day at a time.
It's regrettable that we end the episode there due to audio issues which made the rest of the episode unlistenable. You can find Anu's makeup work on PolyfacePug on Instagram. You can stay updated on the band through the Instagram page Daisuki, the cosplay band on Instagram. And you can find the rest of our episodes wherever you listen to podcasts or on our social media, Doses Lexic Guys on Instagram. Thank you.